The Tikkun Leil Shavuot is a fascinating custom that came from the Kabbalists, of Tzfat in particular. Since Shavuot, the festival of Shavuot, celebrates the revelation at Sinai, the Kabbalists wanted to stay awake all night to study Torah, to echo that revelatory act. Interestingly, the Tikkun Leil Shavuot custom started the same time that coffee appeared in Tzfat and in the Middle East, and you can draw a connection if you wish. Our Tikkun Leil Shavuot isn't tonight, but it is next Friday, and I want to share it now. I want to tell you about it now because I really want you to put this in your calendar and join us, because it's going to be another extraordinary evening. Our Tikkun Leil Shavuot will start next Friday at 6 p.m. We'll have music, and then we'll have a meal, a potluck meal. And hopefully you'll bring food for yourself and others to share as well. And then we will eat like royalty and celebrate Shabbat. We'll have a mini Mariv service, and we'll have some of our most important prayers. And then we go into the study at about 7:30. The first session is Mussar with me. Mussar is Jewish virtue-based ethics. Mussar really changed my life, actually, genuinely. It has more of a focus on moral character development than it has on performing mitzvot. It says being a Jew isn't just about performing mitzvot, it's about being a better person. And if we're to engage in tikkun olam and healing the world, the first thing we have to do is heal ourselves. So what we'll be doing in that session on Mussar is looking at the history of Mussar very quickly, and then we'll look at some differing examples. We'll look at Cheshbon HaNefesh, accounting the soul, and how that can be used to help improve your moral character in whichever areas you wish. We'll be looking at Shmirat HaLashon, about guarding the tongue, and why the Chafetz Chaim felt that that was so important. And we'll also be looking at reflective questioning. So that's 7:30, looking at Mussar. The next session after that is a cheesecake competition, our annual cheesecake competition. And we invite you to bring a cheesecake. And since there's a custom of having dairy on Shavuot, cheesecake is a very customary affair. And so the idea of the cheesecake competition is it's a lot of fun. You get a special certificate if you win. And it also gives us all the sugar and energy that we need for the rest of the evening. And it's lovely for people to bring their food and to share and for us to try lots of different cheesecakes. It's a lot of fun. So then after that we have a session led by Devon, our social justice and community coordinator. That session is on mental health, and he'll be asking what connections can we make between mental health and mental illness from a Jewish perspective. And we'll be looking at a little bit of text study, and we'll be discussing the connections that come up. After that, Cantiliana leads a session, Revelation as Multi-Sensory Meditation. Again, really different style. It's a really exciting evening. She'll be exploring in that session, what did it feel like to be on Sinai as the Torah was given? How were our senses engaged? And so Cantiliana will be leading an exploratory, revelatory, experiential and text-based session. And after that, we have the last session, which has the potential to go on late into the evening, which is mysticism with me, Jewish mysticism. And we're going to be looking at, firstly, how to distinguish between authentic Jewish mysticism and Santa Fe woo-woo. That's genuinely a title of part of the handout. And then we'll be looking briefly at Merkava mysticism before looking at Sefer Yetzirah, the book of creation, the book of formation. We'll be looking at two commentaries, one by Aryeh Kaplan and one by Jill Hammer, who take very differing approaches on Sefer Yetzirah. And we'll be having a taster from some different sections of that. The wonderful thing about the Tikkun Leil Shavuot, other than everything that is put together for us, is that you can dip in as you wish. You can stay for as long as you wish. And we normally start with a lot of people, and by the end of the evening, which sometimes can go until 12, 1, maybe even 2 o'clock, there are only a few of us. But what's wonderful about it is that it's up to you how much you want to engage in it. So we really encourage you, please, put in your calendar, starting at 6 p.m. Next Friday, music and a meal, a potluck dinner, so please bring food, and then a mini Marev service, a mini Kabbalat Shabbat service, Mussar with me, Jewish Jewish virtue-based ethics, a study of that for an hour, a cheesecake competition, a study for an hour with Devon on mental health, study and experiential session with Cantiliana for an hour on Revelation as multi-sensory experience. And then finally, the late night session with me on Jewish mysticism. It's a really exciting evening. I really encourage you to join us for that. This weekend, this Shabbat, we have an early service this evening. Don't forget, an early service, a family service. And then tomorrow morning we have a bat mitzvah ceremony, and I'll invite you to come along and join us for that. On Sunday we have the potluck, the picnic, the picnic for the religious school. It's the end of year for religious school, so we encourage as many families to come to that, as well as the Introduction to Judaism course in the morning. And then after that at 11:30, please don't forget, this Sunday we have the social justice meeting. We need as many people present as possible to help us develop our social justice over the coming year. Devon and I and Saroj and others have been working on this. We've got some really exciting plans. We need your input, and we need to know how we can take it forward. So I hope that you'll join us for this weekend, and particularly join us for our Tikkun Leil Shavuot next Friday evening, with music, meal, mini mariv, Musar, mental health, multi-sensory revelation, mysticism, and then the following Saturday will be a musical meditation as well with Cantor Liana. It's going to be wonderful. I do hope that you'll join us for that. I wish you Shabbat Shalom.